Everyone, 90% of this season is done. Just 6 games remain, and all of them promise to be thrilling matchups with two teams battling for that elusive #1 seed in the very competitive South Division, and two others fighting for their playoff lives. You can't ask for much more down the stretch. Hi everyone, I'm Alex Von Coitel, the voice of your Wichita Falls Wildcats. To those of you watching on Fast Hockey and listening on YouTube, welcome to another chapter of this historic season for your Wichita Falls Wildcats. The Topeka RoadRunners are in town. This will be the 5th and final series in which these two rivals square off this season. The Cats swept the Runners the last time they were here, which is the first time that had happened this season. The first 3 series would all end in splits, and that just goes to show you how evenly matched these two teams are. Two fast teams, two deep teams, and most importantly, two teams with all kinds of talent meeting up on the same ice surface will surely bring all kinds of excitement here tonight. The Roadrunners are locked into that #3 seed in the division. They can't go up, they can't go down. They really don't have a whole lot to play for in these last 6 games, but don't let that fool you. This is a team that always comes out to play, and with the playoffs rapidly approaching, you can bet head coach Josh Cameras is making sure their minds are in the winning mode. The two teams battling for that 4th and final spot in the South Division playoffs, the Ice Rays and the Jackalopes, playing each other tonight down in Corpus Christi at the American Bank Center. Wildcats fans, that's certainly a game to keep an eye on tonight. Whichever of those teams has a stronger finish to the year will likely be the Wildcats' first opponent in the Robertson Cup playoffs. Strap yourselves in, everyone. It's going to be a bumpy ride. Wildcats, Roadrunners coming your way in just a few minutes. Stay tuned. All right, welcome back, folks. The starting lineup's now just being concluded, and they're being announced in emphatic fashion by the public address announcer, Charles Campbell. The Topeka Roadrunners starting lineup, I'm just going to speculate here based on the line chart I've been given. Looks like starting at center, I believe, will be Marshall Bowery, #8, in Navy tonight. He will be flanked by Jeff Mikowski on the left side, J.B. Baker, Topeka alternate captain, on the right. And on defense, it looks like standing out there, number 23, John O'Connor, and Tyler Hayes on the right side. Tyler Hayes, of course, having played for John LaFontaine at the Top Prospects tournament this season. He will be the right defenseman tonight, starting for Josh Cameras and the Roadrunners. The goaltender, Juho Niku. The Wildcats starting lineup will be brought to you after the singing of our country's national anthem. Thank you very much to Big John Wilson. Always does a tremendous job singing our country's national anthem. And folks, dropping the puck tonight, it's quite a story. A young 6-year-old named Tucker Van Winkle will be dropping tonight's puck. Early on in his life, when he was very, very young, he was diagnosed with a rare seizure disorder. And unfortunately for him, he suffers through sporadic seizures, has ever since he was born. A local school in Wichita Falls. He is tonight's Qdoba ceremonial puck dropper. Tucker has dropped the puck. Jake Dalton picks it up for the Wildcats and gives it back to the young fellow. Attaboy, Tucker. Jake Dalton gives the puck back to him. A nice gesture by number 4 in white. And Dom Lutz was his opponent in the ceremonial face-off presented by Qdoba. The Wildcats starting lineup now is brought to you by Pelican's Restaurant, and it is as follows. The Red Hot 20s line, no surprises here. They're going to get the start tonight for the first time in quite a while. Can't even recall the last time the 20s line started a game, but they have been reunited, folks, and at no better time than this. Johnny Lazarus, Nick Rosa, Austin Albrecht, the three of them who established such great chemistry early on in the season, they are back. And the resurgence is real. Nick Rosa starting, flanked again by Albrecht on the left side, Lazarus on the right. Starting on defense, Jeff Baum, Dementis, Sipis. The two of them have also played together for a while. They have played together well as of late as well. Justin Kappelmaster tending goal. That is the Wildcats starting lineup, brought to you by Pelican's Restaurant. The puck drops. This game is underway. The 9th and penultimate matchup between these two teams this season is a quick shot, flutters high and over the mask of Juho Niku. Baum flutters one in the direction of Niku, hops over his goal. Lazarus picks it up far corner and dishes it back to Albrecht. Albrecht trying to slip it through a few players back to Baum. No luck with that. Pop to Sipis. His shot was blocked by a couple of Roadrunners. Bowery gloves it down. Now here comes Baker on the counterattack. J.B. Baker will drop it off on the left side for Mikowski. Long shot. First test of the game for Justin Kappelmaster, and he is square to it. He passed that test with flying colors. And Lazarus dumps the puck in behind the Roadrunners net. The first line change of the game underway for the Wildcats. The runners still out there with their starting 5. In pursuit of the puck now, it's Luka Maver, picked up by Adam Goodser, and that's Michael Rounds, rather, given out to the left side for Paisan, banked off the sideboards. Bolio's in, his shot, first test, stopped by Niku. Juho. Test. All right. Yep. We got audio. Okay, welcome back, everybody. Hope you can hear me just fine. Just a second here, folks. I'm getting a call from Webfire. Got to take this phone call. Seems like the internet is back up and running. I'll give you an update really quick. Give me a second here. Okay, folks, just got off the phone with good fellow from over at Webfire, and it seems like he's taking care of the problem. There was another piece of equipment that went bad downtown. The same thing happened, and it was an extender last Saturday night that went bad. He took care of that, and after talking with him about the problem, he says it seems to only happen when we've got a game. And I said, well, I can't disagree with you. Just about every Friday and Saturday night of late, as far as I can remember, there's been something, always something. During the week when there's no games being played, absolute smooth sailing, no problems whatsoever. It's just really poor timing. And folks, we can't apologize to you enough. We know you pay for subscriptions on fasthockey.com. And unfortunately, there's nothing I can do about it except apologize and to do my best to communicate going forward with Webfire and ensure we can limit this as much as possible. Of course, there are no guarantees, there are no promises really with anything. But there's some old equipment out there, and folks, I got to tell you, you've got to give these guys some credit for how quickly they responded to my phone call after hours like this on a Friday night. The only reason he was aware of the problem is because I gave him the phone call immediately. As soon as I was made aware the broadcast did go down. He missed my call initially, called me right back just a few minutes later. I told him about it, and he dropped what he was doing, went downtown, took care of the piece of equipment that went bad. And it looks like, fingers crossed for now, we are back and underway, and all is well. Now it's time to update you about the game, about what's actually happening down there. It seems like it's been a while I've been able to actually do that because of all that's been going on. But Nick Rosa scored his 14th goal of the season. Congratulations to Nick. He was set up by who else but Johnny Lazarus, who has just been on fire of late for the Wildcats. His 4th assist in just 3 games back, his 5th point in just 3 games back after that shoulder injury that took him out for 4 games. That occurred back here on the KYC on February 27th. In the meantime, they're back out there, folks. The 20s line, the red hot 20s line out there to kick off period 2. They win the faceoff. Austin Albrecht carries in and fires, goes high and missed. Glove side on Juho Niku. Meanwhile, Dom Sipis tries to push it down along the boards. It's floated out to center. The runners trying to spring. Looks like it was J.B. Baker. Good intercept by Jeff Baum. And play continues. The puck dumped back in behind the Wildcats goal line. Rattled in around the far half wall. Albrecht can't chip it past Jack Nichols, who centered well. Quinn Preston didn't have the puck in his wheelhouse. He's taken out of the play by Nick Rosa, who was shoved down to the ice by Quinn Preston after taking that hit. Home run pass out to center. Picked off and carried back into the Wildcat zone on the right side. Albrecht back checking there. He is pushed down into that far corner. Johnny Walker with a bit of a mishandle. Lazarus pinning up his man on the boards. Out into the high slot. Russell's bullet just missed the net on the glove side of Kappelmaster, and the puck is lofted out to the left point. Kept alive by Tyler Hayes. Tyler Hayes leading the Topeka RoadRunners defensemen with pretty impressive 26-point season. Lazarus took a swipe at the puck, failed to clear it. Hayes has it once more, put it into the middle for Maver, who couldn't pull the trigger. That was Lutz, rather. And now Baum will just blast it all the way down the ice on goal, and a baseball save is made by Juho Niku from 200 feet out on Jeff Baum's long shot. Gilraith now in his own zone. Gets it to Bolio. His pass was intended for Paisan on the width of the ice pass. Now Lutz's shot. His stick down didn't get all the way through. Dominic Lutz led the Roadrunners in scoring for quite a while this season until Johnny Walker was brought on board, the ex-Minotauro captain. And because of the tremendous season he had up in Minot, he is the leading scorer for Topeka. If you count all those points he accumulated with Max Reisinger's new team. Fortunately for Max, he barely got a chance to play with Johnny Walker after being traded there. Now here's Sammy Tavernier firing a shot. It was blocked by Michael Rounds. Goes into that far corner. Maver with a wraparound. Stopped by Kappelmaster. Rebound on the doorstep. Lutz couldn't tuck it home. And it's picked up in behind the Cats net. Ryan Burnett in control. He'll work the puck out to the neutral zone now. Ryan Burnett chips it, hoping to get it to himself. He goes around Hiko Saka, gets to that puck, and Hiko Saka takes him out of the play. Pushed in behind the Roadrunners net. Here's Ryan O'Connor. He will loft it off the glass, but not out. Good keep by Jake Dalton. And we've got a whistle that's been blown now by the referee, Ian Gendro, tonight. For those of you watching on Fast Hockey and listening on YouTube, welcome back, folks. We apologize for that interruption. We, fortunately, because of a very, very timely response made by a Webfire employee, we have managed to salvage both the Fast Hockey broadcast and the YouTube broadcast in this game. A full 2 periods brought your way. Hopefully, we've got our fingers crossed up here. But I was told that if anything goes wrong again, to contact him. And I'll be sure to do that because he did a tremendous job getting it back up and running in a very, very timely manner. Big shout out to Tim from Webfire for his timely response and ensuring that all of you watching and listening from back home can enjoy this broadcast on fasthockey.com and on YouTube. Alex Von Coyle with you as always, hoping you're having a wonderful evening despite that little snafu as the Roadrunners defenseman Brennan dumps the puck in behind Kapellmester's net. And the Wildcats goaltender will whip it around the boards to Garrett Van Wy. He's got Poikla with him. He overskated the puck, tries to chip it to Poikla now along the sideboards. Van Wy will dump it back now. It's Jake Dalton. Put it off of Poikla's stick. He batted it down out of midair. Maver, meanwhile, in the neutral zone, had his pocket picked by the back-checking Poikla. Dalton, the recipient of a bit of a dangerous pass by Rourke Russell. Dalton will wheel it now down the right wing through center ice. Yuhiko Saka on the intercept will drop it back to Sean Brennan. Brennan wheels through center, drops it off. Hiko Saka's drive blocked by Russell. Stung him a bit, but he's okay. Slapped into the middle, sticked away Kapellmeister, dropped off to the slot for a shot by Bowery that was a changeup. It hit a Wildcat stick and fluttered wide of the goal. Now Lazarus on the breakout finds Albrecht. His pass between the skates and the stick of Rourke Russell all the way through the width of the ice for Nick Rosa, and we've got a stoppage of play. I believe that puck ended up out of play. 16:02 to go in period 2. It's a 1-0 hockey game courtesy of Nick Rosa, a goal that came back in the first period after Rosa was set up for a point-blank shot right in front of the Roadrunners net by Johnny Lazarus. The 18:42 mark of the game. J.B. Baker, he'll drop it off. Tyler Hayes, the alternate captain, fans on the clearing attempt. Austin Albrecht trying to take advantage here. Tyler Hayes with a pretty good recovery, knocked it off temporarily. Albrecht gets it back to the left point. Now it's Baum. Rosa in front of the net, fanned on the shot as he was turning with it. Lazarus set him up nicely. Rosa now back to the left point for Baum. His shot stick save by Niku, and the puck flutters out of play. Sending out some text to a few upset parents, and we've got an icing call against the Topeka RoadRunners here. Linesman whose name I have not seen before this season, Alexios Karabetsos, sounds like he might be Greek. Arm in the air, icing the call against Topeka, so an offensive zone faceoff forthcoming here for the Wildcats. We'll see what they can do on it. Coach LaFontaine sending out Adam Goodsir, his youngest player and University of Denver commit, to win the draw. He did so. Paisan's shot, stick saved by Niku. Puck fired out into neutral ice. Max Hart takes a bit of a body check there from Noah Gilraith. Meanwhile, it's Johnny Walker, the ASU commit, couldn't get it down the boards, and it ended up in the Roadrunners bench. A quick shot from Hart is patted aside by Kapellmeister, who's made his 14th save of the night. Now Noah Gilraith takes over control in behind the Wildcats' net. Gilraith put it off the half boards. It's Andre Paisan sending one the width. Austin Bolio couldn't spring Goodsir, and down he goes. Took a funny-looking tumble there, Adam Goodsir. The pass was just beyond his reach from Austin Bolio. Goodsir would have had a grade A scoring chance. Nikita Litviak kicked it to his stick and took a weak shot that's soaked up and swallowed by Juho Niku. Coming into this game, had a .909 save percentage against the Wildcats. Boy, that seems a little bit low, I got to tell you. Anytime the Cats have gone up against the Roadrunners this season, he has just seemed to be a thorn in their side. particularly that second game back in Topeka, the last time the Wildcats played there this season. I believe it was a 5-2 loss, and Alexei Poikala, Niku's countryman, was the only person who managed to score on him. It was also a game in which Garrett Van Wy provided color commentary in the broadcast. Now his line mate Alexei Poikala, the only Wildcat to put the puck in the net past his fellow Finn. Is that foreshadowing? I don't know. We'll find out. But Nick Rosa, who is not from Finland, has managed to score on him. So there's clearly something that some of the other Wildcats players have figured out. Yeah, got it back to Dalton. Long shot, glove save Niku. He's going to hang on to that one. Niku, born in 1995, one of the older players on the RoadRunners roster. A .910 save percentage on the season coming into this game. 10-6-1 record, a native of Haapavesi, Finland. He is the older goaltender, the guy that Topeka has been calling the starter this season, Tyler Johnson, a very young goaltender out of Amherst, New York. Just a month older than Julian Syme. Rourke Russell with a blast, and it just missed glove side on Niku, and the puck bounces all the way back out to center. Jake Dalton assuming command of the puck now. Trying to give it out to Garrett Van Wy, goes all the way through. Poikala tripped up. This will be a clear penalty. Will it be a shot? We'll see. Alexei Poikala was tripped. Speak of the devil. Doesn't look like it'll be a penalty shot, though. Poikala certainly had a step on the defenseman who tripped him up, trying to figure out who that is now. But it was not a defenseman, it was a forward on the back check. It was Marcus Russell who tripped up Alexei Poikala on that glorious offensive chance. So Russell's going to have a seat. The Wildcats will go to their first power play of the night, which has been lethal this season, as you all know. A 22.3% conversion rate, fourth best in the North American Hockey League. The Wildcats successfully killed off 2 Topeka power plays earlier in this game. Excuse me, it was just one. It was offsetting Nikita Litviak's penalty. Did not ultimately cost the Wildcats to be down a man. So the Wildcats 1 for 1 on the penalty kill tonight. We'll see if they go 1 for 1 on the power play. They win the draw, but it goes all the way back out to center. Look at the speed on Max Hart trying to beat out Noah Gilraith. Puck comes loose. Hart picks it up, and he is just ridden out of the play there by Nikita Litviak as Poikala takes over the puck. Poikala now through center ice, gains the opposing blue line, put it out to the right side. It's Austin Albrecht down his off wing. Carries in behind the RoadRunners net. Far corner boards. Litviak backhands it back to the left point. Gilraith point to point. Lazarus, top of the right circle, fires it. I think it was blockered away by Niku. If not, went off the stick of Seth Camrus out in front. Regardless, the puck goes out of play, and we get a stoppage. Those of you watching on Fast Hockey and listening on YouTube, welcome back, everybody. Alex Von Coyle with you as always, bringing you another chapter of an historic season here in Wichita Falls. The Wildcats having their best season in franchise history. Unfortunately, not all of that has been captured because of some internet technicality issues. Very unfortunate indeed. We've been doing all we can to fix it. Looks like it is good for tonight. Passing by the Wildcats did not pay off as Mikowski gains the red line and dumps it past the Wildcats' other red line, their goal line. Now here's Jeff Baum to Adam Goodser down the right side. Goodser carries deliberately over the Topeka line, crisscrosses with Paisan, takes it under the left point and plays it in deep. Set up in front, Goodser the shot, he scores! Adam Goodser capitalized off a loose puck. Paisan was the initial target. Didn't work out, but Goodser never gave up. He saw the puck, took advantage, and blasted it high over the blocker of Juho Niku, and the Wildcats have doubled their lead on the Jim Arnold's Collision power play. It's 2-0. Adam Goodsir, who at one point this season led the entire North American Hockey League in goals, saw his production fall off a little bit. That's his first goal in over a month. And I'm sure that feels good for him. Adam Goodsir with that goal was his first goal, and in fact his first point in 9 games. So well done, Adam. Good job on breaking that scoreless drought. Unfamiliar spot for him to be in. Got to give him credit for getting it done. Keeping his head down. A lot of times goal scorers like Adam Goodsir, if they're not scoring goals, they lose their concentration, get frustrated, get depressed out there. He certainly has not done that. Austin Albrecht takes it past the defense and fires. Pad save by Juho Niku. Albrecht set up in the slot, but he couldn't pull the trigger. Good pass from in behind by Ryan Burnett. Meanwhile, the runners on the counterattack. It is Jack Nichols gaining the line, but he was offside, so the whistle blows. 11:20 to go in period 2. It's a 2-0 hockey game in favor of the Wildcats, who have tipped the scales in their favor, both on the scoreboard and the shots on goal. They trailed the runners going into period 2 in shots. They now lead them 18-14, putting some pressure on Juho Niku, who for the most part has been solid. But he hasn't had a whole lot of run support from his team. The best chance the Roadrunners had in this game was very early on, just I'd say no more than 2 or 3 minutes into the contest. Marshall Bowery picked up the loose puck right in the slot, had a wide open lane to the goal, and just put it on his backhand and roofed it. Kappelmaster was down, but I guess he took away enough of the net to get inside the head of Bowery, who put it over top of the net and over the glass. Other than that, the Roadrunners have not had a whole lot of A-plus scoring opportunities. Good steal, Burnett, the shot blocked by Ryan O'Connor. Then he put it through the slot as Rounds pinches and put it in to the corner for Garrett Van Wy. Yeager gets it all the way back to the high slot for a slap shot by Gilraith. Blocked down. Yeager shoots. He scores! Eric Yeager, 3-0 Wildcats. Eric Yeager with his 8th goal of the season, 22 points for the veteran Wildcat, the Air Force commit. Good net front presence on that play. Gilraith with a nice shot from the point to get it through traffic. Not sure if it was tipped, but it certainly fooled Niku a little bit. Fell down, he was on his rear end. And Yeager made no mistake, that is where he is at his best, right in front of the net. And he did his job. Preston dangling in, putting it across the ice, hoping for a Johnny Walker there. Some nice moves by Preston. Long point shot, pad save, Kappelmaster. Puck bounces into that corner. Broken stick there by Quinn Preston, who looked like he threw it there at Eric Yeager and got away with it. Excellent keep at the blue line as the puck is fluttered into the glove of Justin Kappelmaster, who will leave it now. It's Dom Sipis. The 6'5", smooth skating Lithuanian defenseman tries to split the ice there for Nikita Litviak. Delayed penalty. The Topeka RoadRunners will be short-handed here. Looked like Sean Brennan was getting into things with Justin Kappelmaster down there near the RoadRunners blue line after the whistle. Ian Gendro with his arm in the air. Johnny Walker's going to have a seat for the RoadRunners. His team trailing already 3-0. 9.5 to go in period 2. We've crossed the halfway point of regulation time. 19-16 the shots on goal in favor of the Cats, who will go to their second power play of the night. They converted on their first. They're 1 for 1 in both power play and penalty kill tonight. We'll see if they can keep the perfect night on special teams going here. Adam Goodsir with that power play goal, which was his first goal, his first point, in fact, in 9 games. This game being the 9th, so I'm sure that feels great for the youngest Wildcat. What a tremendous young man Adam Goodsir is. well-deserved goal. Always go out of his way to say hello and be polite. Extremely humble as well. A little bit of a scoreboard confusion, it looks like. 9:33, the time showing on the clock in period 2. That's the time remaining in period 2. Ian Gendro now having a discussion with, looks like that's the linesman, Karabetsos. The equipment manager, Case Carter, scurry off the ice. Looked like with something in his hand. Nevertheless, the play resumes. Karabetsos drops the puck, and the faceoff was won by Poikala, but it goes all the way back into the Wildcat zone where Kapellmeister will bank it off the glass. Here come the Cats. It's a 3-on-2. Litviak on the right side, lays it into the slot. Albrecht mishandled the puck. J.B. Baker for Topeka skates it down the right wing side. He's hauled down to the ice, then took a slash, a vicious-looking slash at Nikita Litviak, and will we get a penalty out of this? I'm not sure. No, we will not. Albrecht found Litviak, who dumps it in. Lazarus in pursuit. Tyler Hayes beats him to it. Good stick lift by Albrecht, who couldn't get it back to Gilraith. Put it in behind instead. Sean Brennan will bank it around the boards and out to center and beyond. Kapellmeister now to leave it behind his own net. The Wildcats with 1:18 remaining on their second Jim Arnold collision power play of the night. 8:45 to remain in period 2. Wildcats on the breakout. Noah Gilraith finds fellow Michiganer Adam Goodser. Wing-to-wing pass. Bolio's in across the line. Tries to lay it back to the point. Bowery intercepts it. And airmails the puck past Baum and down the length of the ice. Baum stops on a dime from in behind his own net. Then he takes a bit of a circle. Dishes to Goodser on the breakout. Goodser holds on through center over the Wildcats logo. Put it over the line for Bolio, who bobbles it from the left point. Bolio got it back there. Goodser finishes Bowery into the sideboards. Meanwhile, the puck has just been dumped beyond the Wildcats' goal line. Again, Baum is there to reset with half a minute to go on his power play. Baum for Goodser. It's the third time on this power play. Goodser has carried the puck down the right side on the breakout. Baum has it once more. Winds, fakes, one-time shot. Missed the net wide from Bolio. Skitters back along the boards, back to the right point, kept alive by Baum, given to Goodser along the half wall. The puck is cleared after Goodser was pushed off the play. And that'll just about wrap things up for the Wildcats' power play. Ryan Burnett through center ice. Takes a shot, and that one's fought off. Tricky looking save. It was a low blocker shot. Ryan Burnett, a natural goal scorer, he knows full well, I should say, the difficult areas for a goaltender to stop the puck. And you ask just about any goaltender, low blocker is not their favorite shot to save. Looks like we're going to go to our second period media timeout here. On the Jumbotron screen, I just saw a graphic I was working on earlier in the Wildcats office. An app now available, a Wildcats hockey app. You can go to the Play Store or the App Store on your smartphone or tablet. You can search Wildcats hockey. You'll find the app there and get all sorts of updates through the team's website, through the team's Facebook page and Twitter, and more. Just be in the loop at all times when it comes to the Wildcats. If you're not on social media, Facebook or Twitter, perhaps this is the way to go. Again, the name of the app, folks, is Wildcats Hockey. Type it in the App Store on your iPhone or your Galaxy or your tablet, although I have been told that there was some confusion as to whether it works for anything other than an iPhone. Haven't looked all that into it yet. This is the first day, I believe this is the first day that it's actually available for use. But it was my understanding that it was for all smartphones and all tablets, so go ahead, check it out. Wildcats Hockey, the name of the app. Sammy Tavernier tries to put it into the slot. His pass went off a Wildcat skate and it bounced back out to center. Jack Nichols in command of the puck. Put it across the Wildcats line. Flutters in the air from Marcus Russell, who's tangled up by Garrett Van Wy, and an arm goes up. Alexios Karabetsos put his arm in the air, and looks like we might have offsetting minors here. No, we will not. The arm was instituted because of an offside play. 7 minutes remain in the second period here at the KYC. 3-0 Wildcats. And the goals tonight, folks, have been scored by Nick Rosa. Had the first goal in the first period. Adam Goodser and Eric Yeager scored in the second. Pass into the middle was intended for Yuhiko Saka, who's brought down by Dillinger. That's going to be a penalty. Long shot. Gendro with his arm in the air. The whistle blows. And the Wildcats will go back to their second Parkway Grill penalty kill of the evening, the likes of which they're 1 for 1 tonight. He killed off that first penalty kill with a plum. Didn't really give Topeka shooters a whole lot to look at. Kappelmeister solid in net as well. He has denied all 16 shots he has faced this evening. A drive by Tavernier, and he scores right off the faceoff. Tyler Hayes put it across the ice. Top of the left circle, Sammy Tavernier with a bullet. 3-1 Wildcats, power play goal for the Roadrunners. Sammy Tavernier having just committed to a Division I college hockey program, Merrimack College, out in the Hockey East Conference, and what a player he is. A very underrated player, in my opinion, for the Topeka RoadRunners. Came on board sort of through the midway stages of the season this year. Number 6 in blue, a right-handed shot. Very heavy shot as well. Native of Annemasse, France. Not a whole lot of players from there, I wouldn't assume. Albrecht gloves it down, couldn't put it through the slot there for Lazarus. Now it's Baum taking a shot, swallowed by Juho Niku. Will blast the puck off the corner glass and out to center and all the way down the ice. An easy icing call against the Topeka RoadRunners. We're within 6 minutes now in period 2. Welcome everybody to the broadcast tonight. Alex Von Coyle with you as always. Thanks for joining us and thanks for staying with us despite the broadcast issues we experienced during the first period. Looks like those have officially been resolved here. We've gone through nearly 15 full minutes without so much as a hint at a problem. So again, keeping our fingers crossed, but things are looking up as for now. Dillinger with a shot, and Niku had the paddle down. He made the stop. Dillinger battling hard for that puck behind the Roadrunners net. Brennan swiped it away from him. Johnny Walker, far corner, pushed it off the boards, rounds, pinches, and shoots. Went off the side of the net. Some fans here thought that was in. Brennan will drop it in behind his own net. It's Seth Camrus, the younger brother to the head coach now for the Topeka Roadrunners, Josh Camrus. Here's Litviak moving and shooting, glove save, and Litviak grunts in frustration after Niku denied him off that quick snapshot. Wraps up Jack Nichols down there. Goodsir takes Ryan O'Connor on. Battle. Finally, it's jarred loose. J.B. Baker with a good pass, and he springs Marshall Bowery, who gave it to Lutz. Bowery to the goal. Here's Bowery in front. He shoots. He scores. Marshall Bowery set up beautifully by Dom Lutz on that odd man rush opportunity for the Topeka RoadRunners. Dom Lutz, or Marshall Bowery rather, going 5-hole on Justin Kappelmaster, and he has brought the game to within one. It's 3-2 Wildcats. Saka put it towards the net on his backhand. Van Wy chipped it up after Kappelmaster made the stick save. If I'm not mistaken, 2 goals on 2 straight shots on Justin Kappelmaster for the Topeka RoadRunners as Max Harper collides with him, ran straight into him. No penalty forthcoming, and Burnett will hook it off the glass and back out into the Topeka zone. All of a sudden, we've got a hockey game on our hands, folks. Topeka, who was very slow to start this game, went down 3-0. They look to be on their heels in every sense of the word, and they have just found a surge of life here late in the second period, and it's 3-2. The RoadRunners are a team that's an offside against the Wildcats, as Albrecht touched it there. The RoadRunners are a team which has got nothing to lose. They're locked into that number 3 seed. Whether they win out or lose out for the remaining 6 games here in the regular season, they can't go up and they can't go down. They won't catch the Brahmas. The Jacks and the Ice Rays will not catch them. So they will be the number 3 seed in the South Division, which means they will travel. They will not have home ice advantage. Here's a chance for Tavernier. His shot stopped by Kappelmaster, but cleared from the backhand of Rosa. Back out to center. Michael Rounds leading the rush now. He puts it past Tyler Hayes. Lets Albrecht pick it up, who shot from a severe angle. Stick saved by Juho Niku as Tyler Hayes goes in behind his own net for John O'Connor, who has to spin away from Albrecht. Albrecht putting on all kinds of pressure against O'Connor. Crunching up a man along the boards was Rounds, who pinched, and here come the runners on the counter. Russell tried to give it across for Tavernier. He's tripped down, no penalty against the Cats. Looks like they just got away with one there. Michael Rounds with a bit of a dangerous pinch on that last play. Looks like we get an offside whistle against the Topeka RoadRunners. 3:08 remain in period 2, 3-2 Wildcats. The Runners have come back from behind. They were down 3-0. They're now down 3-2. Whether it's the Wildcats or the Brahmas who the RoadRunners face in round 1, I'm not sure they have a preference there. Either way, it's going to be a very difficult challenge for them, but either way, they're going to have to travel. They will not be able to have home ice advantage in all likelihood throughout the first 2 rounds of the playoffs, and that means they have to make a pretty long trip to either suburban Fort Worth or to Wichita Falls for those first 2 games of the Robertson Cup playoffs. And remember, despite the Wildcats' dominance on home ice this season, this is a building the RoadRunners do not mind playing in one bit. I hate to take everyone back, to those of you listening, to those very painful memories of last season's playoffs, but folks, this is the team that eliminated the Wildcats in the South Division semifinals last year in Game 4, and it was right here at the KYC. Hart nearly stripped Russell of the puck in front of Kappelmaster. Russell airmails one down the left side. Dillinger's onside, but he fanned on the shot from the sharp angle. Now Cameras puts a body on him. Sean Brennan takes the puck, meanwhile, behind the Topeka net. Gave it away to a forechecking Litviak. Litviak spinning with it, finds a wide open Yeager. Dillinger calling for it. Yeager couldn't get the pass away. And Dillinger a bit frustrated with his line mate there. Russell put it in behind the RoadRunners net. A penalty upcoming against the Wildcats. Big hit by Litviak. And that's not going to sit well with the RoadRunners. A couple of them go right after Litviak after that one. And the man he hit, can't tell who that is. Is that Hart? He is still down. That is not Hart. That is Sean Brennan, folks. Defenseman Sean Brennan. Delaware, Ohio native, taken down on a very, very hefty collision, a dangerous-looking collision laid on him by Nikita Litviak, and he is still down. The Roadrunners trainer now out to meet him in that corner. The camera not showing it on your fast hockey screen, but it's down in the right corner. Sean Brennan has not gotten up. Good to see this. He is back up and he is skating under his own power back towards the Roadrunner bench. And folks, I would not be surprised if we see an extended power play coming to the Topeka RoadRunners. And that is just what they need right here. They have scored 2 unanswered goals. Right on the verge, they can smell a tie game here. They've got the momentum on their side. And if they are given an extended power play to work with, boy, this is an entirely new game. The Roadrunners power play this season has been average, middling just about all year long. 16.2% rate, just 13th best in the North American Hockey League. Their penalty kill a little bit better, 10th best. And now Rourke Russell heads over there. He's going to serve what I believe was the initial penalty to Nikita Litviak. But that secondary hit is going to give him a 5, and I'm not surprised by that. Nikita Litviak with a 5-minute major, and I'm seeing it on the replay now, and yep, that is a dangerous hit. Multiple strides taken by Nikita Litviak, at least 4 or 5 strides there. Halfway across the width of the ice in the Roadrunner zone, Niku was already going to the bench. Delayed penalty was already underway, and I believe it was against Nikita Litviak. And from what I can assume to be just out of frustration and anger, took multiple strides, did not let up. Brennan was in a vulnerable position when Nikita Litviak delivered that hit. Not a good decision by Nikita Litviak. And the Wildcats are shorthanded. Rourke Russell with a 2-minute minor. The Wildcats now killing off a 5-on-3. Tavernier in, shoots, stick save, Kappelmaster, and the puck goes out of play. So the Topeka RoadRunners with a glorious, glorious chance now to get this game tied up. They've got a full 5-on-3 to work with, and after that, they've got another 3 minutes on a 5-on-4 with Nikita Litviak in the penalty box. How about the trust Coach LaFontaine has in Adam Goodsir? He's the center out there, the only forward. Cypus and Baum, the defenseman. Topeka RoadRunners on the ice. Dom Lutz, J.B. Baker, Quinn Preston, Sammy Tavernier, and Tyler Hayes manning the point. Now it's a point-to-point pass from right circle to left. Tavernier gives it into the left circle. It's Quinn Preston holding. Tavernier, high slot, winds, fakes, backdoor pass, shot. Stopped by Kappelmaster. Puck bounces just wide. Not sure how. Tyler Hayes didn't finish that, and Goodsir clears. My goodness. How did that not end up in the net? A minute 15 to go on the 5-on-3. Sammy Tavernier smoothly gains the Wildcats line, gets it in deep. Quinn Preston in pursuit along with Noah Gilraith, who chops at it, trying to kill out some time. Gilraith tries to pass it using his hand along the corner boards, and the referee Ian Gendro calling him for a hand pass, I believe. So this face-off will remain in the Wildcat zone here, and it will take place to the right of Justin Kappelmaster. Sammy Tavernier, Tyler Hayes, top of the right circle. He's got J.B. Baker setting up shop in front of the net, and Hayes put the puck wide on the far side. Tavernier did well to keep the puck alive left side. Left point to the right point. Tyler Hayes returns it for Tavernier. He's got Lutz in the far circle. Will he go to him? Yes. Lutz at the goal line now. Back to Tavernier. High slot. Walks in. Shoots. Stopped. Kappelmaster. Rebound. Baker's shot. Stopped again by Kappelmaster. Now Baker goes after Noah Gilraith, as does Quinn Preston. Both of them had a grapple on Gilraith. Nothing to come of that. Kappelmaster standing tall for his team. Keeps the 5-on-3 power play at bay. And look at this, folks. J.B. Baker's going to have a seat for that cheap grab on Noah Gilraith after the whistle had already blown. So that's going to take some pressure off of the Wildcats penalty killers. It's now just a 5-on-4. Excuse me, a 4-on-3. long week, folks, and I apologize. 4-on-3 power play for the Topeka RoadRunners for the next 41 seconds, after which Rourke Russell will be let out of the box to rejoin his line mates for some 4-on-4 hockey for about a minute and 20 seconds or so, after which the remaining minute and a half of Nikita Litviak's hitting from behind or boarding penalty, what have you, will tick off the clock as Ryan O'Connor gives it to Marcus Russell. Now it's to the goal line. Luca Maver back for Ryan O'Connor. O'Connor, top of the left circle, lays it to Maver. Maver in the left corner, pinned up by Michael Rounds, outnumbered 2-1. Ryan O'Connor emerges with the puck, sets up Marcus Russell, who missed the net wide. It was a fluttering shot. Russell goes over to get the puck, right half boards. Couldn't slip it back to Ryan O'Connor, manning the top of the umbrella. Johnny Walker spins with it. He's got Luca Maver back door, goes back to O'Connor, whose shot ricochets wide. Picked up Marcus Russell. Good clear out to center, wide open, and Rourke Russell couldn't handle the pass. It went off his skate. He's got a man in Bolio going to the goal. Side of the net attempt, and that one is broken up by Ryan O'Connor. And the second period comes to an end with aplomb. 2 periods in the books here at the KYC, and it's been an exciting one. Aren't you happy we get the internet back up and running again? I sure am. 4 goals in that second period. Hope nobody missed any of them. Unfortunately, everyone missed the first goal. Nick Rosa scoring his 14th of the season back in the first period. This period, chock full of goals. 2 from the Wildcats, 2 from the RoadRunners in that order. The RoadRunners with 2 unanswered goals after giving up 3 unanswered. The goals in this period scored by Adam Goodsir on the power play, breaking an 8-game scoreless drought. Followed closely by Eric Yeager, who scored just 2 minutes later off a Gilraith shot. After a Gilraith shot was stopped from the point, and Yeager pounced on the rebound, putting home his 8th goal of the season. Sammy Tavernier and Dom Lutz would both answer. Sammy Tavernier with a blast. He unloaded from the top of the left circle. That was just a beautiful, picturesque shot by the Frenchman Sammy Tavernier. Dom Lutz would score just a minute and a half after Tavernier put the puck into the back of the net. And, well, point streak is saying Dom Lutz, but I remember seeing with my own 2 eyes it was actually Marshall Bowery who scored the goal. Dom Lutz is the one who set him up. So 3-2 the score going into period 3. 25-26 the shots in favor of the Topeka RoadRunners. And folks, again, we apologize for the outage we had. Another bad piece of equipment going awry downtown in Wichita Falls, but the situation looks like has been handled. And thankfully, we have not had any more issues since it has been taken care of. Again, we've got our fingers crossed, and thank you all for your patience and your understanding. I really can't apologize to you folks enough. I know it's not an issue on our end so much as it is on the internet service provider's end, but I do give them credit for returning my phone call and fixing the problem in a very timely manner, so much so to the point that I believe this Fast Hockey archive will be salvaged. The second 2 periods, the last 2 periods, will be available for me to make a highlight reel, I believe, of this game. Unfortunately, Nick Rosa's goal will be lost, and a lot of the other highlights from the first period will be lost. Nothing I can do about that at this point, but I believe I'll be able to salvage a highlight video from the second and third periods, so hopefully that will come your way either tomorrow if I've got the time or Monday early on in the morning. For now, folks, we're going to take a brief break from the KYC. I'm going to follow up with a few people on Fast Hockey and with Webfire. And when we come back, we're going to give you some very important updates as to some scores around the North American Hockey League, particularly the South Division. 2 very important games that the Wildcats keep a close eye on this evening. All that and more when we come back. Stay tuned, folks. Okay, welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for your patience. I appreciate it. Had a few phone calls to make, had a few loose ends to tie up. I'm being told we're good for the night, folks, so again, we apologize. Not a whole lot we can do other than make that phone call, which we did. It was taken care of. Seems like we're all good to go for the remainder of this game. It's a 3-2 game in favor of the Wildcats, and the Roadrunners have really responded. They were down 3-0. They had really all the momentum against them. The energy in this building was palpable. The fans were very excited. The Wildcats were just having their way with Topeka really up until about the halfway point of the second period. Nick Rosa got the ball rolling very late in period one. After Johnny Lazarus set him up from the goal line, Rosa put it past the glove side of Juho Niku for his 14th goal of the season. Johnny Lazarus continues his hot streak with another assist, which would be, after he made that one, that was his fourth assist in just 3 games back from that shoulder injury that kept him out for 4 games. Adam Gutzer ended a very long goalless drought, which was great for him. On a power play, he lifted the puck over the blocker of Juho Niku. After the puck was batted down, it was kind of like a pinball down there. I think Bolio tried to, if I'm not mistaken, Bolio tried to set up Andre Paisan, missed him. The puck laid loose, and Gutzer jumped in near the end of a power play and just punched it up and over the blocker of Juho Niku for the youngsters' first goal in 9 games. And in the season for him, he still leads the Wildcats in goals with 27. It's hard to believe he went on a goalless drought of 8 games when he's got 27 this season. And Eric Yeager would come through just 2 minutes later after putting a rebound through the wickets on the goaltender Juho Niku. Good shot from the point by Noah Gilraith was taken through all kinds of traffic. Looks like Garrett Van Wy got the secondary assist on that goal. But Eric Yeager with his 8th goal of the season after putting it through the 5-hole of Juho Niku, and that's where Eric Yeager loves to place himself, right in front of the opposing goaltender's net. He's got a big body, and he likes to use it. However, after that, it's been all Roadrunners, folks. For the last half of that second period, Sammy Tavernier unloaded with a BB early, very early in a Topeka power play. Just a few seconds into that power play, the Roadrunners came through almost immediately. Tyler Hayes from the right point set up Sammy Tavernier at the top of the left circle. He let it rip, and I believe it went high, glove side on Kapelmaster, who, I don't care who you are, you're not stopping that shot. And Sammy Tavernier got his team back to within 2 with that goal, which was his 6th of the season. Hard to believe he's only got 6 with a shot like that. Coach LaFontaine knows full well this young man's capabilities, now committed to Merrimack College and Hockey East, and John LaFontaine coached Sammy Tavernier at the Top Prospects tournament this season. Dominic Lutz set up Marshall Bowery later. Bowery redeemed himself after missing the net on that point-blank try. Probably the best chance of the period up until the Roadrunners' resurgence. That opportunity for Marshall Bowery, that came way back in the first period, in which he just airmailed the puck over the net. I believe the broadcast had already cut before that occurred, but it was the Roadrunners' best chance of period 1. Bowery had the puck wide open in the slot, had Kapelmaster down, and just backhanded the puck over the crossbar and off the mesh. And he redeemed himself after Dominic Lutz on that 2-on-1 rush set up Marshall Bowery right in front of Kapelmaster. He didn't mess up that time, just put it right through the 5-hole of the Wildcats goaltender and brought his team back to within 1. And a bit of a scary moment ensued very late in that second period. Nikita Litviak was given a 5-minute major for boarding. Not the brightest decision by Nikita Litviak. Rourke Russell also given a 2-minute minor. That was for kneeing, so they were 2 separate penalties. Russell went to the box to serve that 2-minute minor. The Wildcats were killing a 5-on-3 when Topeka's J.B. Baker took a penalty of his own. And that took a lot of pressure off the Wildcats' penalty killers, especially their goaltender, who was their best penalty killer throughout that 5-on-3, in which the Wildcats managed to keep the runners off of the score sheet. However, when we get back to period 3. We're going to still have a minute and 9 seconds remaining on J.B. Baker's penalty for roughing after he grabbed Noah Gilraith after the whistle. So there's a minute and 9 seconds remaining on that penalty. So we'll be 4 skaters aside early in period 3, but Nikita Litviak will remain in the penalty box after that has been killed. So basically a 2-minute power play for Topeka at the end of it all. Now for some updates from around the North American Hockey League. Excuse me, folks. Looks like the locked up on Fast Hockey. Broadcast appears to be frozen here. What's going on here, folks? The Fast Hockey screen, it looks like, is frozen. The internet is still up and running, and it is fine. And I really have no idea what's causing this. Perhaps it's just on my screen that the screen is frozen for Fast Hockey. I'm not getting any notification that there's sound coming through at all. Standing by the phone, waiting for a phone call, none coming, so I'll continue, hoping everything is functioning okay, but I'm really not sure what to think at this point, folks. Some scores throughout the North American Hockey League. 2 games in particular the Wildcats need to keep a very watchful eye on. The Lone Star Brahmas in Amarillo taking on the Bulls, and an upset underway. 2-1 Amarillo through 2 periods of play. The Bulls out at the bullpen in West Texas, hoping to hang on to that 2-1 lead that they've got. 26-16 the shots in favor of the Brahmas. Tyler Drevich, their lone goal scorer. Cole Norris again scored for Amarillo. What a young player he has been. What a surprise, a pleasant surprise he has been for the Amarillo Bulls, especially against the Wildcats. He really just seems to light them up every time those 2 teams get together. Charlie Singerhouse with another shorthanded goal for the Bulls, and he's got 3. He's got their only 3 this season. Charlie Singerhouse with all 3 of the Amarillo Bulls shorthanded goals. He had 1 against the Cats. Now he's got 1 against the Brahmas. So the Bulls with a 2-1 lead early on, the 3rd period having just begun out in West Texas at the Amarillo Civic Center. In the other game, the Wildcats would like to pay attention to very closely, the Odessa Jackalopes and the Corpus Christi Ice Rays. That game being played down in Corpus Christi, a 2-0 score in favor of the Odessa Jackalopes. That game very early on in period 3 as well at the American Bank Center. Noah Poindexter, John Russell each coming through for the Odessa Jackalopes. And folks, the Wildcats have just made their way back onto the KYC ice. The Topeka RoadRunners about to do the same. Anyone viewing the game on Fast Hockey, I'd appreciate if somebody out there could let me know if you're seeing the same thing I'm seeing on my screen, which is just a frozen screen. The monitor locked up for some reason, took me back to the password for the encoder, so I'm not sure what the deal is with that, but right now all I'm seeing is the Jumbotron frozen in a transition. So I'm not sure if everyone at home is seeing the same thing or if it's just an issue with my monitor. A text would very much be appreciated by anyone tuning in on fasthockey.com. Meanwhile, we've got about 35 seconds remaining on the score clock here before 3rd period action, brought to you by American Classifieds, is underway. All right, I've gotten several texts from some parents out there. Appreciate it. Thank you very much for filling me in. It must just be an issue on my monitor here. Everything's all frozen up, so I'm not going to be able to use the monitor, looks like, for the rest of this game, but that will not affect you viewing on fasthockey.com, so no worries. Just be sure to let me know if something does happen, and I'll get right on it. 3-2 the score. The Wildcats lead. They have given up 2 unanswered goals, however. Now we're going to 4 skaters aside. Nick Rosa, Austin Albrecht, Jeff Baum, Dom Sipus, the 4-on-4 specialists chosen by John LaFontaine. And the Wildcats will see what they can do. You don't want to have anyone out there who can't skate in these situations. A lot more open ice to work with. And you can bet all 8 skaters out there know how to do just that. They can all skate. These 2 teams, probably the most mobile teams in the entire South Division, arguably the North American Hockey League. I'm not going to make a statement on that because we haven't really seen any teams outside of this division. I haven't seen at least, so I can't really make a claim as to whether that is true. Nick Rosa carries across the blue line and drops it off for Austin Albrecht, swatted away by Marshall Bowery, who springs Ryan O'Connor on his way. He's got Max Hart going towards the net. Ryan O'Connor pushed it to the goal, and Justin Kappelmaster sticked it out of there. Third period of Wildcats hockey is brought to you by American Classifieds. The Topeka RoadRunners in control as they gain the line. Johnny Walker's bullet was off target. Bounces off the glass and into the half boards. Noah Gilraith in pursuit down in the far corner. Johnny Walker is pinned up by Gilraith, and now it's Michael Rounds behind his own net. Rounds sets up Paisan. He's got a 2-on-1. Rosa's near the end of a shift. Paisan's pass too far in front of him. Rosa has it now. Paisan to the goal. Rosa put it too far beyond Paisan's reach, and now the Roadrunners take over. It's Tyler Hall behind his own net. Excuse me, Tyler Hayes. Tyler Hall belongs to Amarillo. We've seen too much of the Bulls over the last few weeks, folks. Nothing but Bulls here at the KYC. 5 consecutive home games against Amarillo. Lutz, the recipient of the pass on the right wing side. The Roadrunners are back to full strength, so they've got a 5-on-4 for the next minute and 20 seconds or so, with Nikita Litviak serving the last parts of that boarding major. And fortunately for the Wildcats, Nikita Litviak was not ejected from the game, and he will not be suspended. That would be a huge loss. He's really picked up his game of late. A really nice stretch of points. 8 points in 9 games. Wildcats clear the puck right off the faceoff. Who leaves it behind his own net. Here's Tyler Hayes. Got to be careful not to say Tyler Hall. He drops it off. Here comes Sammy Tavernier. You don't want the puck on his stick if you're a Wildcat penalty killer. Puck chopped in behind the Cats' net. Kappelmaster out aggressively. Pushes it into that far corner. Now it's going to be taken by J.B. Baker, trying to outrace Rourke Russell to the puck. Russell, the youngest defenseman the Wildcats have this season, just turned 18, and hence the full metal cage no longer a part of his paraphernalia. Michael Rounds had one to start the season as well, another very young defenseman. Jake Dalton just missed the cutoff by a couple of months, having been born in July of 1997. The Wildcats with a very, very young defensive core. You do not see a whole lot of players, particularly blue liners, in this league who still wear the full metal cages. Here's Maurer with a shot, missed the net high and out of play. 17:23 to go. The Nikita Litviak major penalty all but killed. Just a baker's dozen seconds remaining on that penalty. If the Wildcats can kill that off, that would be a huge feat because the Runners had all kinds of momentum when they went into that 5-on-3 with both Russell and Litviak in the penalty box. Max Harper picks up the puck in the near corner, gets the return pass. Maurer with a shot again, missed it high for the second straight time. Now it's picked up left side, Ryan O'Connor. A glove and a helmet loose down there. They both belong to Eric Yeager, who jumps off the ice. Now it's Max Harper spinning with it. The Wildcats have done it. They have killed off a very long and significant power play that the Topeka RoadRunners failed to convert. 2-minute 5-on-3 and a 5-minute major, both killed off. Give the Wildcats penalty kill some credit. And you see now why they're the third best PK in the entire North American Hockey League. Poikla with a saucer pass out to center, hoping for Litviak, who's fresh after that long time spent in the penalty box. Litviak pivots, tries to split the ice for Ryan Burnett. No luck with that. Luka Maurer takes down Poikla, and an offside call is made. 16.5 to go in period 3. The Runners have just seen their lengthy power play come to an end as Eric Yeager goes back out near the Wildcats' goal to pick up his right glove and his helmet, which he lost. Didn't even see how he lost them, but hockey player, you can't play without that stuff. I'd like to give a shout out to Greg and Sue Van Wy, who are finally able to tune in on fasthockey.com. They're joined by Jeff and Tina Dye, all the way from Seattle, Washington, the hometown of Garrett Van Wy. And thank you very much to Greg and Sue and to Jeff and Tina for your patience this evening and bearing with us through these very challenging technological times. And thanks for supporting the Wildcats on fasthockey.com. Looks like Garrett Van Wy has an assist on the night. That second goal scored by the third one rather, second of the second period, Eric Yeager's goal. Van Wy was credited with that secondary assist. We'll see if that stands. Mouth scramble. Now the Wildcats have a power play here to work with. They came through on their first man advantage of the night. Adam Goodsir broke a very long goalless drought on that first Jim Arnold Collision power play. Now Gilraith with a slap shot from the point, blocked out in front. I believe that was Marshall Bowery who batted it down. Now he clears. Bowery having a strong game for Josh Camerson, the runners. Waiting for it out at center ice is Austin Albrecht. Was fed a nice pass by Justin Kapelmaster from 150 feet out. Bolio will wheel it back to the point. Goodsir gets the return, and he couldn't kick it to his stick. And diving after it now is J.B. Baker. He's going to carry out through center. Get it over the line for Quinn Preston. He's in. He shoots. Stopped by Kapelmaster. Looked like that might have been a high stick. Quinn Preston gets away with it and gets a pretty good scoring chance out of it. Kapelmaster denied him on a point-blank shot. His best stop of period 3. Now here comes Austin Bolio, crisscrossing through center. Put it over the RoadRunners line, then tries to drop it back. Baum gets it, sets up Pies on in the high slot, kicked it a bit too far for his stick. Goodsir with a shot, swallowed up by Niku, who had to shrug his shoulder to make that save. But he denied Adam Goodsir of his second of the night, second power play goal, had he put it through. 27 seconds remain on the penalty to Max Hart, or Andrew Hart rather, got him and Harper confused there. Now Austin Bolio has the puck, left circle, puts it in behind the net. Yeager tries to center there for Poikla, or Paisan rather. The puck is cleared. Wildcats assume control. Baum with an errant pass. Maver, good steal. He's in, shoots and he scores. Luka Maver with a nice toe drag move. Got Kapelmaster out of position and scores a short-handed goal. 3 unanswered for Topeka, and this game is all tied up. Boy, who would have expected that? The RoadRunners had a full 5-on-3 to work with and a 5-minute power play. They don't score on either of those, but they score while short-handed. This is just a taste of what Robertson Cup playoff hockey is likely to bring, folks. Nothing predictable. Nichols fans on the shot from the high slot. Jake Dalton put it off the wall, hoping for Ryan Burnett. He's going to get to it to negate the icing. Burnett will get it back to Litviak, who put it wide of the goal from a sharp angle. Dalton keeps it in, turns it wide of the net as well. Now it's banked off the glass in the Topeka zone. Puck trickles out to center ice once more. Dalton put it ahead for Alexei Poikla. Gains the blue line. Litviak's right behind him. Dillinger to the net. Litviak hauled down, or that's Poikla rather. No penalty forthcoming. Litviak tried to get it back to the right point for Rounds. Intercepted, and here come the runners. Johnny Walker put it into the slot. Gilraith chops it away. Gets to it himself. Advances the puck. Now it's Trent Dillinger with a backhand pass intended for Poikla, well beyond his reach. Ryan O'Connor goes D-to-D for John O'Connor. No relation. Now the puck is passed back towards Ryan O'Connor. It was out of his reach again. He's going to have a look. Get it to John O'Connor. Tavernier sends Hayes on his way. He does a toe drag and shoots, and it was blocked this time. Now it's taken by Johnny Walker. Sends one cross ice. Marcus Russell, top of the right circle, will drop it off for Tyler Hayes. Hayes from the right side. Shot it just wide off the stick of Johnny Walker. In behind the net. Now it's sent back to the left point. John O'Connor tries to pass it down the boards. It went off a Wildcat skate. Puck remains alive. Johnny Lazarus and Austin Albrecht trying to clear. That's Michael Rounds, rather. Sammy Tavernier picks it up. Far circle, has to spin. He gets away from Rosa. Tavernier put it in behind the net. Russell centers, went off a Gilraith skate. It's loose behind Tavernier, or Russell rather, put it through the net mouth and wide. Rosa will chop it off the glass and down the ice. Good clear by Nick Rosa. Did not ice the puck, got it just far enough for the Wildcats to be able to complete a line change, all except for one. Austin Albrecht, who was late for his line change, has just taken a penalty, and the Wildcats will be shorthanded. The net to your left is empty. Puck fired off the left half boards. Now it's Andrew Hart advancing the puck for Marshall Bowery. Bowery takes it behind his own net, or into his own zone rather. He sets up Johnny Walker. Put it across, now it's Andrew Hart. Give it back to John O'Connor. 6 skaters on the ice for the Topeka RoadRunners. J.B. Baker gains the blue line. Baker will drop it off. Top of the left circle now it's Seth Cameras. He puts it towards the Wildcats goal line and went off a couple of sticks and off the mesh and out of play. 11:45 to go in period 3. This game is all tied up, courtesy of Luca Mauber, who danced in, did a nice toe drag move after intercepting the Jeff Baum pass in the neutral zone. And he worked one-on-one against Jeff Baum and slipped it through what I believe was Justin Kappelmaster's 5-hole to tie the game up at 3 on a short-handed goal. After a 5-minute major had just been killed by the Wildcats, the Runners scored on a short-handed goal, so not something you'd expect there. Crazy night for special teams, folks, that's for sure. Sean Brennan has the puck. Straight away, gets the return from Hiko Saka. Puts it to the side of the net, hoping for Marshall Bowery. Puck cleared by Garrett Van Wy all the way down the ice. Juho Niku assumes control. Niku will leave it off Sean Brennan. Good to see him back in the game after taking that pretty ugly-looking collision along the corner boards. And that boarding penalty, now Hiko Saka sets up Marshall Bowery back to the high slot for Brennan, who unloads, and it was blocked by Van Wy. Puck jumps into the half boards, and now Paisan will clear. 80 seconds remain on this Roadrunner power play. Sean Brennan works his way ahead, gives it to Baker now, who cuts through the neutral zone, slices his way across the line. Tavernier's pass dropped off and picked off. Austin Bolio on a 2-on-2 with Goodsir. Bolio's shot swallowed up by Niku, and no further play. Why not take a shot like that? The way this game has gone, short-handed goal should not come as a surprise to anyone. I'd like to give a shout out to Johnny Lazarus' cousins, Jessica and Danielle Bond, rooting on Johnny and the Wildcats from Syosset, New York, the hometown of Johnny Lazarus. Thank you very much to Jessica and Danielle. Hope you're having a wonderful evening, and thanks for supporting the Wildcats on FastHockey.com. We know you've enjoyed the last few games that Johnny has had here with the Wildcats. He has really taken his game to another level since coming back from that shoulder injury. Sparked a resurgence in that line of his with Austin Albrecht, his longtime friend and teammate. They played together back in New Jersey before the two of them were reunited here in Wichita Falls. Tavernier gains the blue line. He's pushed down. Here comes Johnny Lazarus. Speak of the devil. Working one-on-one against Hayes. Does the toe drag. Couldn't get it past Hayes. He lost possession. Now Hayes bodies him up behind the Roadrunners net. J.B. Baker emerges with the puck. Gets his way around Nick Rosa. J.B. Baker flying through center. Drops it off. Good back check by Lazarus, but he couldn't clear. Luca Mauber into the slot. Fires. Swallowed up by Justin Kappelmaster, who has just made his 25th save of the night. We go to our third period media timeout. We're about halfway through period 3, and 9:39 remain in the final frame. This is a 3-3 hockey game, folks. It's been one heck of a bumpy ride. 3 unanswered goals for the Cats. Ultimately answered by 3 unanswered from the Roadrunners. Probably could have said that in a less confusing way. 20s line to take this defensive zone face off to the right of Justin Kappelmaster, and Nick Rosa wins it cleanly. Austin Albrecht bats it along the wall for Jeff Baum. He will bank it off the glass, hoping to get it out to center. It ultimately goes that way, courtesy of Austin Albrecht, who hauls the puck down his off wing now, but he's sealed off the boards by Ryan O'Connor. Now it's given around the near boards, kept alive by Albrecht to the left point. His shot blocked by Maver. Here he comes again. Luka Maver trying to get his second goal of the period. Down on his knees, couldn't stick handle away from Rosa and Jeff Baum. Now it's Dom Sipus in behind his own goal line, gives it off the glass. Lazarus chops it down the length of the ice. I believe this will go for icing against the Wildcats. 9:01 to go in period 3. We're all tied up at 3, folks. Wildcats goals scoring started by Nick Rosa late in the first period. 18:42 into period 1. Nick Rosa got the ball rolling after Johnny Lazarus set him up from a goal line pass. Adam Gutzer and Eric Yeager would score second period goals, all answered by goals by Sammy Tavernier, Marshall Bowery, and Luka Maver on that last goal in this period, which was a short-handed one. Probably a play of the week from Luka Maver. Albrecht's pass bounced up in the air, went off a Topeka skate before missing the lifted stick there, the elevated stick of Johnny Lazarus. Now here comes John O'Connor. The Wildcats in their 20s line off the ice now for their line change. Jake Dalton carries behind the Wildcats net. Nikita Litviak is there along the half boards. He advances it to Dalton, whose pass picked off by the left skate of Johnny Walker, and the ex-Minotauro captain assumes control. Now through center down the right wing, fakes out Jeff Baum. His shot eventually blocked by Baum. Baum did well to pass it through Andrew Hart and Trent Dillinger down the right wing. Dillinger slammed on the brakes, but he lost the puck in doing so. Still battling hard for it, using every inch of that 6'3" frame of his to win the puck, and he did. Back to the point, Rourke Russell with a beautiful play to keep the puck alive and shoots off the mask of Juho Niku. It caromed off of his helmet, and the puck bounces behind the RoadRunners net. Now it's Tyler Hayes who will flip it off the glass, but not out. Good keep by Jake Dalton. The Bowling Green commit, his shot was blocked by John O'Connor. Good keep again. The Wildcats doing a tremendous job on the forecheck and preventing the RoadRunners from making any kind of a breakout play, really, as a long slap shot from center is swallowed up by Justin Kappelmaster. Now got 26 saves on the night, 27 rather. 27 on the night for Kappelmaster. 26 on the night for Juho Niku. The goaltenders have been busy. Here's a shot right off the draw. Pad save Kappelmaster. Right point, Brennan a shot. Punched away by the blocker of Kappelmaster. Burnett will chop it off the glass. Van Wy is there waiting for it. One-on-one against Sean Brennan. Van Wy slams on the brakes. He looks for a trailer. He finds one in rounds. Delayed penalty upcoming. The RoadRunners touch up the puck, and the Wildcats will go back to the power play. And the referee, Ian Gendro, with his arm up in the air. Sammy Tavernier being escorted now to the RoadRunners penalty box, where he's met by the off-ice official for the Wildcats, Jim Jeffries, who watches every single road game on FastHockey.com. He will not be watching the next one, though, because he's making the trip down to Corpus Christi for the 1st and 2nd of April, those two road games, which I know a lot of fans probably excited for on Fast Hockey. There's less likely to be an internet issue down in Corpus Christi, as Roger Burnett pointed out on Twitter. Folks, I understand your frustration. I sympathize with you 100%. But I'd like you to know that there's nobody more upset when this happens than I. Adam Gutzer gets the puck back to the left point. Jeff Baum sets up Bulio, cross ice. Yeager blasts one, and it goes high. Now it's picked up right corner. That's Austin Bulio behind the net. Paisan gives it to Yeager, now left circle. Yeager back to Baum, fakes the shot, takes the shot, tipped just wide by Paisan. Gutzer takes the body on Cameras. He's battling for it now. Gutzer wins the puck against Cameras, into the circle, fires, just missed the net. I think it was ricocheted off a Wildcat's body. Now Baum walking the blue line again. Half of his goals this season come against Topeka. Now Yeager's shot fought off by Niku, rescued by Baum, but he bobbles it, and it bounces its way back into the neutral zone. Baum resets, gives it to Bulio, right back across the RoadRunners line, carries into the right circle and fires. Went off a body. I think it was Yeager's. Cameras tries to clear. Quinn Preston with a chance to do so. He's going to be able to. He flips it down the length of the ice and beyond the Wildcats goal line. The Cats getting a much-needed change. At least their forwards, Paisan and Gilraith, still out there. Actually, Gilraith is fresh off the bench after Baum made the change. Now Paisan finally comes to the Wildcats bench. Meanwhile, the Wildcats in the attacking zone, and they score! Austin Albrecht fired from the top of the left circle. No screen, no nothing. Juho Niku just let it go right past him. Not sure if he ever saw it or not, but Austin Albrecht with his 51st point as a Wichita Falls Wildcat has regained the lead. And it's another power play goal. The Wildcats' top scorers coming up big on the power play tonight. Adam Goodsir, Austin Albrecht, each with goals in the man advantage. And it's 4-3. Austin Albrecht continues to have a career season. That is, my apologies, that is his 52nd point this season. Here he comes again, firing off the glove of Juho Niku. Austin Albrecht with his 22nd goal. What a presence he has been in every sense of the word. Just a complete player. Any way you slice it, a complete player this season for the Wildcats. His defense improved tremendously. We've seen him out there on the penalty kill for John LaFontaine, logging some difficult minutes against opposing teams and their top players. His willingness to fight has been well documented. His willingness to hit and play the body. His toughness, well documented. Here's Van Wy taking a shot after going wide on the Roadrunners defense. It was stopped by Niku at the goal line. Van Wy with it again, punched away from him last second. Rounds now, his shot blocked by Maver. Rounds will try to slide it down the boards. He gets it to Poikila, nice pass there. Poikila gave it all the way across for Gilraith, who slapped it off the stick of Dom Lutzen out of play. 4.5 remain in period 3, 4-3 Wildcats. That last goal being scored by Austin Albrecht with about half a minute remaining on that Jim Arnold's Collision power play, which has now come through twice for the Wildcats tonight. Sean Brennan fires the puck the width of the ice. Dillinger on the intercept. Jaeger punches it back across the Roadrunners line. Litviak with a good steal and a backhand shot that's swallowed up by Juho Niku. Litviak put his arms in the air. He thought he scored there for a second. No goal. Niku coming up big for his team, and in all likelihood the next couple of minutes we're going to see that net to our left empty, folks, because the Roadrunners, who had all kinds of momentum at one point in this game, had 3 unanswered goals, find themselves in dire straits once again. They trail with just 4 minutes and 19 seconds left. As a quick shot from the high slot goes wide on the blocker side of Juho Niku from Noah Gilraith. The odds, of course, are against Topeka at the moment. As a quick turnaround shot by Dillinger. What a save by Juho Niku. Unbelievable leather flashing there by Niku. As I was in the midst of saying, the Wildcats are undefeated this season, in 2016 on home ice. They have not lost since December 19th at the KYC. Obviously, the odds are not in Topeka's favor, but they have quite a history of playing well in this building, as Johnny Walker, very frustrated, gave an extra shove to Nikita Litviak. He thought there should have been a penalty, as a quick shot denied by Kapelmaster. Puck batted down with a bit of a high stick, it looked like, by Dom Sipis. None called. Paisan colliding with Jack Nichols. Failing to clear it there was Johnny Walker. Walker giving a good push there to Goodsir. Puck rolls in behind the net. It's Andre Paisan. Switches places with Bolio. Paisan will backhand it up the wall back to Jeff Baum, left point. Baum takes a shot, goes wide on the left side of the net, which is the blocker side. Juho Niku looks like he's going to the Roadrunner net. Is there a delayed penalty here? Yes, there is, against the Wildcats, and this is not the time to go short-handed. The Topeka Roadrunners were looking for any excuse to get Juho Niku out of the net and back to the bench this late in the game. Just 3 minutes remaining, though the Roadrunners only trail by 1. It's a little bit early to be pulling your goaltender now. But now, the Roadrunners with a man advantage anyways. They've got a 5-on-4 as Andre Pizon heads to the Wildcats penalty box, and a big penalty kill needed here from the Wildcats. They've gotten the job done just about every time tonight, except for one. But they did kill off a long, very long power play for the Roadrunners. Penalty taken by Nikita Litviak. He killed off that. They killed off a 5-on-3. The Wildcats penalty kill, despite giving up that goal to Tavernier, has been solid. And speak of the devil, he just rang it off the post as Russell has cleared the puck over the glass and out of play. I'd like to thank Julie Ramsey, who has been tuning into this game right from the start. And I know she's been tuning into the broadcasts here since the Roadrunners have been coming to Wichita Falls. Thank you very much to Julie Ramsey for the support that you give the Wildcats and the Topeka RoadRunners. I believe you're a Roadrunner fan, but regardless, thanks for tuning in. And she seems very appreciative of the effort we put forth to broadcast our games on YouTube.com, so we appreciate it, Julie, and thanks for tuning in. Dominic Lutz did well to keep the puck alive along the half board, sets up Tavernier in the slot, fires, and a big glove save is made by Justin Kappelmaster, his best stop of this hockey game. That right there, folks, is some world-class goaltending by Justin Kappelmaster, and he gets a very well-deserved tap to the pads by Michael Rounds, who was skating by. Boy, what a stop. Sammy Tavernier can really bring it. I believe a timeout is being called by Josh Camrus, the Roadrunners head coach. Not sure if he qualifies as an interim head coach or not. He has been Langer's replacement, and he has stepped in and filled those shoes quite well, I must add. Scott Langer, of course, the head coach and general manager of the Topeka RoadRunners for 12 consecutive seasons, no longer there. He was released mid-season this year. And Josh Camrus, who was the assistant coach at the time, took over in his place. Of course, Josh Camrus, the older brother to Roadrunner defenseman Seth Camrus, who will be moving on after this season from junior hockey. This face-off is going to take place to the right of Justin Kappelmaster, and it's a big one. Juho Niku's all the way up by the hash marks, but the Wildcats are not going to let him change just yet. 2:20 to go in the period. They have cleared the puck the length of the ice right off the bat. Andre Pizon, one of the Cats' hardest workers and better penalty killers, not available for the next 70 seconds. Juho Niku skates fourth. Sammy Tavernier with a full head of steam. Down he goes. No penalty forthcoming. And the puck has been cleared out to the right point, but not out. Held in Tyler Hayes. Niku still in his net. Hayes' shot blocked. Picked up Dom Lutz. He's bodied up by Michael Rounds. Noah Gilraith slammed into the glass behind the Wildcats' net by Quinn Preston. Dom Lutz trying to jar it loose relentlessly down there. Michael Rounds joining the fray. J.B. Baker pinned up by Noah Gilraith. Juho Niku to the bench. The sixth attacker is Luka Maber, and we get a whistle here. I believe that puck was frozen. Michael Rounds getting into it now with Dom Lutz. I'm not sure if there's a penalty here. Quinn Preston having a discussion with Ian Gendro, the referee tonight. 1:43 to go. 103 seconds remain in this hockey game. 42 seconds remain on the penalty to Andre Pizon. And we're just about to start a 6-on-4. And now Dominic Lutz and Michael Rounds are skating to their respective penalty boxes. So I believe these penalties will offset one another. It will not affect the numbers on the ice. We will remain at a 6-on-4 advantage for the Topeka RoadRunners for the next 3/4 of a minute or so. But it looks like Juho Niku is skating back towards his net, even though his team's on an offensive zone face-off, so I'm not sure what the thinking is here. They've only got 4 skaters on the ice, Topeka. No, they have 5. My apologies. Wildcats win the draw, and Austin Bolio clears. 35 seconds to go. The Roadrunners will not get much out of this 6-on-4 opportunity they had, maybe just 25 seconds or so if Niku goes to the bench now, but he won't do it. Baum with the intercept, clears it once again, forcing Niku to stay between his pipes. 4-3 the score, 80 seconds remain in the hockey game. It's brought forth down the right wing, Max Harper. Topeka RoadRunners desperate here to tie this game up. Right side, Harper's shot, patted aside by Kappelmaster. Niku halfway to the bench, but not going all the way. Goodser has just cleared again. Time winding down to the penalty against Andre Paisan, so those clears will not be permitted from this point on. Paisan's out of the box, 5 skaters aside. If the Wildcats do that again, it will be icing. They're going to need to work the puck out of the zone from this point on. Preston advances the puck. Here comes Sammy Tavernier down the right wing. Shoots, goes high, and out of play. John LaFontaine, it looks like, utilizing his only timeout. .4 seconds remain in period 3. I'll be really surprised if Niku is still on the ice for this face-off, which I believe will take place in the Wildcat zone. The Cats are back to full strength after having just killed off another penalty, which was against Andre Paisan for roughing. Michael Rounds and Dominic Lutz both unavailable, but both teams are at full strength. Rounds and Lutz are both on offsetting roughing penalties. Jeff Baum accidentally was on the bench for this face-off. He's supposed to be out there as he swaps Jake Dalton out. Dalton heads to the bench now. 6-on-5. Niku's on the Roadrunners bench. The Runners with 50 seconds, just under 50 seconds to get this game tied. It's 4-3 Wildcats who win the draw. Nick Rosa tries to pass it to himself. He had some friendly fire. He collided there with Austin Bulio. Now Gilraith will get it back out to center. Sammy Tavernier taking over there on the intercept of the pass. Carries into the slot, into the right circle, put it across the ice. The width, J.B. Baker working for it. Jeff Baum pushed it around the end boards. Luca Maver seals him off. Now it's Tyler Hayes. Left point, put it into the slot, picked off. Here comes Nick Rosa. He's got a chance at the empty net. From the red line, he fires it wide of the empty 4x6 cage. Now Bulio's got it behind the net. He's outnumbered 3-1, and he's pushed away. Where did that puck go? The players all just ignored the puck and just started pushing and shoving each other in behind the Roadrunners net, which is empty. 14.2 seconds remain in period 3. The Runners are going to have to get this puck out of their own zone. They're going to have to do so in a hurry. Marcus Russell against Eric Yeager. Right in front of the Roadrunners bench. Neutral zone face-off, win by the Runners. Juho Niku heads straight to the bench. The puck cleared in the Wildcat zone. Quinn Preston on the puck. Left half boards, 5 seconds to go. Quinn Preston tries to put it across. The puck bounces all the way down the ice. That's going to do it. The Wildcats with a Baker's dozen wins in a row at the KYC. They remain unbeaten in 2016. On their home ice, they're the only team this year, this annual year, who can say that in the North American Hockey League. And they continue their dominance within these friendly confines in front of a very appreciative 1,500 plus here at the KYC on $5 ticket night. 4-3 the final in favor of the Wildcats. The players now convene at center ice to salute these very happy humans here in Wichita Falls and send them off on their way back to their homes and having helped to improve their mood this weekend. The Wildcats with their customary 3 stick taps and now the customary bowing of their heads over the Wildcats logo for several of the players. The 3-star selection brought to you by Kona Ice will be coming your way momentarily. Stay tuned for that, folks. In the meantime, we're going to take a very short break. Step aside. I'll make sure to get those 3 stars back down to the public address announcer right here momentarily. Get the graphic prepared for Twitter, so stay tuned. In the meantime, we're going to take a short break, and we'll be back to give you the 3-star selection brought to you by Kona Ice and so much more. We'll break down this game, give you some scoring updates from around the South Division, and more. Stay tuned, folks. And the 3-star selection has just been read off by Charles Campbell, the public address announcer here at the K. Yeager Coliseum. The confines emptying out here, the 1,500 plus in attendance, heading back out to the streets on 5th Street and heading home after a very thrilling and very exciting, very satisfying win for the Wildcats here on home ice. They keep their perfect streak in 2016 alive at the KYC. They have not lost a game since 2015. Very impressive stuff by the Wildcats. The 3-star selection, a very impressive performance by these 3 players as well. The 3-star selection is brought to you by Kona Ice, and it is as followed. The 3rd star of tonight's game had a goal, the game-winning goal, a very important goal. Austin Albrecht with his team-leading 52nd point, his 22nd goal of the season. He just let it rip from the top of the left circle, really is from the left point after just entering the zone. Fooled Juho Niku, not sure if he saw it or not. That's a shot Juho Niku stops 99 times out of 100. It just managed to blow past Niku, give the Wildcats the 4-3 lead, which they would ultimately hang on to win. So a very huge goal scored by Austin Albrecht. Nick Rosa with the goal to open the scoring in the first period. It got the ball rolling for the Wildcats, got the high intensity started for the Wildcats, and gave them 3 unanswered goals, which they really needed to put the pressure on the Roadrunners because the Roadrunners, when they get the lead first, they really know how to put you away. And Nick Rosa with a very important, the all-important first goal of the game after he was set up by Johnny Lazarus. He is tonight's Kona Ice second star of the game. Your first star of the game, Eric Yeager, had a goal and an assist, a big goal on that rebound. It was the Wildcats' third goal, an important insurance goal. The Roadrunners, of course, would ultimately come back to tie it, but Eric Yeager with a huge goal and a secondary assist on the night as well. So a 2-point night, the only Wildcat to have scored 2 points tonight. That just tells you how deep they are, how balanced their attack has been all season long. Eric Yeager with 2 points, a goal, and an assist tonight. He is tonight's Kona Ice first star, thank you, of the game. And now for some very important and very long-awaited, I presume, out-of-town scoreboard updates. Bad news, Wildcats fans. The Lone Star Brahmas came back to win. They were trailing 2-1 at the bullpen to the Amarillo Bulls, and I know we were all hoping for a very unlikely Amarillo victory over the Lone Star Brahmas. Not the case. Tyler Drevich, Brandon Estes, Alex Berardinelli, and Sean Giles would each score for the Brahmas, and they would skate away with the victory on the road against the Amarillo Bulls. A 4-3 victory, the same score here tonight. Cole Norris, however, was a big bright spot for Amarillo, had 2 goals out at the bullpen, so another big night for him. Despite the big night from one of their newer players, Cole Norris, the Amarillo Bulls fell short, unable to complete the upset over the Lone Star Brahmas, so they remain 6 points behind the Wildcats. Despite the Wildcats' victory tonight, gaining 2 points in the South Division standings, a very important 2 points. The Brahmas still remain 6 points behind, so a comeback is possible for the Lone Star Brahmas. However, they essentially need to win out at this point. Just 5 games remaining in the regular season. If the Brahmas don't win every single one of their game, it is every single one of their games remaining on their schedule, it is very unlikely they'll have a chance to catch the Wildcats, who really, in order to clinch the first spot, they need to win 2 of their next 5. 3 of which will be right back here where the Wildcats have been invincible in 2016, so it is not looking good for the Lone Star Brahmas. However, it is still possible. The Odessa Jackalopes also with a big win tonight, a 3-1 victory on the road against the Corpus Christi Ice Rays. So in the South Division, the Wildcats the only home team to get the win tonight, so a big win for the Wildcats. They continue their flawless 2016 on home ice, 13 consecutive wins at the KYC against Topeka. That's their 3rd straight. They swept the Roadrunners the last time they were here back in mid-February. They keep that streak rolling as well, 3 consecutive against their historic rivals, the Topeka RoadRunners, hoping to sweep them for the 2nd straight time tomorrow night. Again, everyone, we really appreciate you sticking with us this evening. We really sincerely appreciate all of your patience as we resolve this issue. I've got to give credit to my buddy over at Webfire. Got the problem resolved immediately. He had no idea about it until I called him. He called me back within 5 minutes. After hours, he was not on the clock, a Friday night, and he dropped what he was doing to help me out and help us out, so you could, the folks listening back home could enjoy both the broadcasts on fasthockey.com and on YouTube. So a big shout out to him, a heartfelt stick tap to Tim from Webfire for getting that done. But again, folks, we cannot apologize enough for all the issues we've been having lately. It's just, after talking with Tim, it's a matter of just very unfortunate timing. Every single time something goes wrong, it just happens to be in the midst of one of our broadcasts, and I'm not sure what it is. It's a little bit over my head, to be honest with you, but there's a piece of equipment a different piece of equipment that keeps going bad at the worst possible time. It's absolutely 100% out of my hands. If there was more I could do to prepare for it or to fix it, believe me, I would. I've done all that I can to keep these broadcasts up and running so that you all can enjoy them as well. And believe me when I say, when it goes down, nobody is more frustrated than I am. Despite the snafu, folks, the Wildcats came away with a very important 2 points. Thank you so much for tuning in. To our viewers on Fast Hockey, to our listeners on YouTube, I'm Alex Von Coydel, bringing you another chapter of an historic season of Wildcats hockey, brought to you by Armored Roofing. Thanks so much again, folks. Until tomorrow night, hope you can join us. Alex Von Coydel again saying, enjoy your Friday night, folks, and hope to have you on board with us tomorrow night as the Wildcats look for their 2nd consecutive sweep against the Topeka RoadRunners. Till then, so long, everybody.